Welcome to Brilliance Code, where we design SuiteDash tutorials, systems, and workflows that streamline your business and provide personal development frameworks to produce lasting results in your life. Please leave your feedback below about how we can improve, because ultimately we are here to serve and support you. And if you found this video helpful, share it with your network. Today's learning journey will cover the difference between the SuiteDash Community Power-up and other social media and content monetization platforms, 2 key advantages of the SuiteDash Community Power-up, and how to leverage the SuiteDash Community Power-up to convert your clients into raving fans. The SuiteDash Community Power-up is an advanced feature that allows you to build a 100% white-labeled social media-like platform and deliver high-quality content directly to your clients and staff members. To get an overview of the capabilities for the Community Power-up, we are able to create overarching communities with common themes and spaces to hold specific topic discussions about those themes. We're also able to create both public and private communities in order to help leverage freemium and premium content types. And lastly, we have the ability to create a variety of different posts, from texts and images and poll-based posts. We're also able to leave comments and reply to those comments, as well as follow posts and comments and moderate community activities. Now, the first key advantage of the SuiteDash Community Power-up is the ability to develop brand recognition. Private Facebook communities can be seen as cheap, while having a white-labeled community using the SuiteDash Community Power-up has the potential to garner a greater degree of brand awareness and increase the marketability of your company, products, and services. The second key advantage of the Community Power-up is saving precious capital. Patreon charges 5 to 8% of your earnings, plus they add their payment processing fees and taxes on top of it. When it's all said and done, you still have to pay taxes on your earnings that you've already had to pay all of these other fees for utilizing a platform like Patreon. Conversely, the SuiteDash Community Power-up provides similar advantages and an overall reduced out-of-pocket cost. There are 0 payment processing fees for the Community Power-up, and you can get access to the Community Power-up for only $15 per month at this early bird pricing. Now, to follow along with this video, you're going to already need to have a SuiteDash account. If you don't have one, just go to SuiteDash.com/free trial, or you can head to SuiteDash.com directly and click on this free trial button. It will take you to the same place, and you'll just enter your email address. No credit card required to start your 14-day free trial. And if you decide to be awesome and utilize my affiliate link below to sign up, after your 14-day free trial, you rolling over to a paid account, I'll receive a small commission, which would be greatly appreciated and help this channel and business grow, so that I may continue providing impactful resources just like this training video that you're about to experience here today. Next, if you don't have the Community Power-up, you're going to want to get it. So you'll log into your SuiteDash installation, head right up here to your profile icon, and under My Account, go to the Manage Account. Next, under Account Settings, you'll choose Power-ups, and we see here the Community Power-up, and what you'll want to do is update or add your payment information to your SuiteDash, and then once you've done that, you'll go over here and you'll begin by adding your Power-up. Now, I strongly suggest that you get the Community Power-up today because it is in the early bird pricing phase. We see here it's only $15 a month. Extremely affordable, especially for all of these different features that we have available to us. We have 5 fully independent communities. We'll go into that here shortly. You have unlimited members, unlimited spaces, unlimited posts, unlimited polls. Right now for only $15 a month at this early bird pricing. Once the early bird pricing phase has completed, it will go up to $40 a month. So the time to get the community power up is now. Once you have your community power up activated, you'll see this new communities menu item, and we're just going to go right ahead and go in. Going into our community, we see a couple of things here. We see home, we see mentions, we see following posts, we see my posts. We also, down here, see a list of our current communities. I have, as we see here, the Brilliance Code community and the SuiteDash Launchpad community. Quickly down here we see SuiteDash Feature Showcase, which is what we are talking about right now. We have SuiteDash Beyond the Basics. That is a brand new series that I'm coming out with here soon that will dive into advanced automation strategies and techniques using SuiteDash. And down here we have the Automation Lab space. Now the Automation Lab is going to be its own independent community that will be a premium community where the members will receive even earlier access to videos just like this, as well as the Beyond the Basics series. Additionally, the Automation Lab community will receive trainings that are exclusive to that community. In other words, they won't be publicly available. However, the SuiteDash Launchpad community is going to remain free. You will still receive the early access to the videos before they become public. Automation Lab is just going to have a couple of additional benefits tied to it. So enough with the selling. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of communities. So let's say we wanted to create a new community. To do that, all we would need to do is go right up here to this little plus icon and click Create Community. We would give our community a name. We would give our community a description. I'll just copy and paste for brevity's sake here. And you can do all of the great things that you can in the WYSIWYG editor. You can make this bold, you can italicize it, you can underline it, you can add a link to whatever text that you have here. You can add pictures, you can set a new alignment as well. I typically like to align things centered. You have a community icon down here as well. And you can choose from these 3 icons here. Now, let's say, just as an example, you didn't like what you put here, but you liked a previous iteration of the community description that you had. All you would need to do, and I think this is really cool, is you could just click this undo button and it will revert back to your previous edit. Additionally, if let's say you undid something that you preferred to have in this community description area, all you would have to do is click this redo button right next to the undo button. Pretty darn cool, huh? Down here we have the community posting rules, and you have the same features that we just mentioned in the community description. Here's where you would want to say things like no self-promotion, keep the language clean, all of those great things, no bullying, etc. That's where you would want to put the community post rules. Down here we have a community image. You can create a custom community image, let's say a nice thumbnail of some kind, and place that image here. And all you would do is just click right here and select whatever the image is that you want. And I'll just put that, even though it's all blurry, it's not necessarily what I would put there, of course, just as a demonstration. And here you can have community tags as well. We'll say new community. I'll just add one tag there, and we'll save that. Now, once we have this community set up, and I'll get into the permission settings here in a moment, once we have our community set up, we have the ability to create spaces or subsections within our community. So we'll go to our new community here, and we see here a general space. Now, to edit or create a new space, we would simply go right over here to this little icon, click on it, and we can edit the name of this space. This general space is not going to be deletable. So what I would do if I were you is I would have creative naming convention for your general space, and off screen I created a brand new space that I've simply labeled new space, and this is a private space. To create a brand new space, all you would need to do is click the Add New Space button, give it a title, or a name rather, and set it to either public or private. Setting the space to public means that everybody has open access in this particular community, in this case the new community, to this space. If we set this as private, as an example, we will see all of these options here. However, I'm not going to save any of that, and we'll use this new space to go over the assignments that we have available to us. Now when you set the space type to private, we see down here the private assignments. You can assign individual members, you can assign entire circles, you can even assign staff members to this space. And as we can read down here, staff assigned here will have access to read, create, and react to all posts made in this community. Same thing with the users that are assigned to this community. Now I'm going to set the space type back to public just for now, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to save that space, and we see right here the new space that we've just created, and we can drag and drop to make any order adjustments that we want to see over here. Now, let's say we wanted to edit this space. All we would need to do is click this little pencil icon and make our edits from, say, public to private, and make those assignments as I had mentioned. Now that does it for spaces inside of the community. I'll set this back to public, and I'll just save it, measure twice, cut once. And finally, if we need to remove a space, let's say we want to get rid of this space entirely, we would just go over here and click this little trash can icon. Now let's say you wanted to add a staff member or a CRM target to a community as a whole. So let's say we had a couple of more spaces here. I'll just keep these here for now. We wanted to add this contact or this team member to the entire community of new community. We would click right here, and we would assign the CRM members, the staff, viewers, and down here we have staff monitors as well. The staff monitors in this case act as the control mechanism for your community, the managers, if you will, of the community. Let's say you have some people who post something that's rather unruly. The staff moderators, in this case, would be able to go in, whether it's an individual staff member or an entire team, and edit or delete posts that are made in the community. You also would want your moderator to clean up your community in the sense of, we have a whole bunch of really old posts that are, say, a year and a half old. You could assign a staff moderator to specifically go in and clean up the community of all of those old posts. Now here we have community tags. Now when we create a new community tag, that community tag is going to be specific to the entire community. So new community. So we have a tag there. And let's say we'll add second tag. And we'll just save that. And the purpose of these tags, let's say we go and create a new post really quick. We'll see here right at the top, select post tags. That's not a requirement. However, it allows us to provide a consistent labeling for specific topics so that when you're searching the community for certain things, you can filter that information by the tags here. So since we are in the creating of a new post in our community, we can go ahead and say new post. We have several options here as well. We have a text-based post, an image-based post, and a poll-based post. Now with a text-based post, if you recall, when we had set up the community guidelines and the posting rules, we have all of those same options inside of this area here. Pretty darn neat. In the image post, we can do all of those same things with the text, but we can upload an image to this post. Let's say, for example, you had a community specifically for a premium level of support. And in these posts, it's good to have the ability to upload an image, screenshots, whatever the case. This is where they could do that, and that would be a good use case. With poll posts that we see here, we have those same text options, but we have the voting area here. So let's say feature number 1, feature number 2, and feature number 3. And we can set the voting period, let's say, to 7 days. A great use case for something like this would be, as an example, what does my community want to see next from our content creation efforts? We can go in and create a poll, and then that way we can gather real-time community feedback and be able to determine, based on our community and their feedback, what they would like to see next and what we should begin creating. And over here we have the ability to drag and drop all of these different voting options, as you just saw. If we wanted to remove one of these, we would simply click the X and it's removed. And we'll just say new feature update poll. Why not? And we'll go ahead and we'll add that post. And now that we've made this new post, we can go in. Let's assume that we're somebody else had posted this poll here. We can go in by clicking on it, and we can, in this case, vote for the feature that we would prefer and click post. And we see here that we have 7 days left on this poll. All that's wonderful. And if we wanted to follow this post as another community member, we would just click this follow icon and we will get communications as updates with this post occur. Now let's say for whatever reason, because I'm the original poster, I wanted to either update this post or remove this post entirely from the community. I would go in and select this 3-dot menu and either delete the post or update the post if I wanted to. Your community members can also add comments. So let's say new comment for the sake of brevity. And we can add a comment. And down here we see that we have a brand new comment. Up here we see this kudo. And what this is simply a reaction. So the kudos in the case of posts are reactions to your posts, or the reaction to your post. Now for some fun, let's create one more post here. We're going to create one more post. I'll even assign it a tag and say one more post. And I will just have this as a text-based post. And we'll add the post. Now let's say that this new post, this one more post, is another post from a community member. You can, from this same panel, kudo the post, follow the post, and enter a comment on the post. Wonderful flexibility here. And we even have the ability to sort by newest comment, oldest comment, the most liked comment and the least liked comment here. We can also filter through comments. So let's say a community member had said something specifically that was helpful in whatever instance to you. You could go right over here in the comments and type new as an example, and this comment is going to be highlighted. Additionally, if you had many comments with the word new in this case, they would then show up here. And when you sort by oldest first, or any of these other sortings that we have here, the filtration options of the keyword or phrase that we put here, and the first, oldest, most liked, least liked filtration options are going to be combined to show you the most accurate depiction of what you are looking for. Again, pretty darn cool. Now, let's go back to Home and choose our permission settings that we want. We have the ability to show the community's menu item, of course, to you as the super admin. We have the ability to show the community's menu item to the admins themselves. We can also assign the community's menu item to specific roles and assign it to staff and teams. Down here, the way we have it set up is the admin can create, edit, and delete communities. Down here, we have the admin selected for the assigned role, and they can moderate those communities. If we wanted to have, let's say, a specific team or staff member that has the ability to create, edit, delete communities, and so forth, we would toggle this option on and assign it to those staff or team. Here, we can do the same exact thing with moderating communities as well. All of this is very flexible to give you control over your community experience and provide an even greater community experience for your clients and customers. Now I'm going to toggle the assign to roles because I'm not going to make any changes here. And I'll go ahead and I'll just save that. And there's a pop-up window here asking us if we're sure we want to keep the updated permission settings. And we'll just click OK. Now remember how we had followed one more post up here? We have following posts as well. It's another filtration option in the community feed. Here, let's say we had 5 different posts that we were following at the same time. They would all show up in this area. We can go in right here to this followed post, and by clicking on this comments, it brings us to the comments here. We can even go ahead and reply to these comments directly if we need to. We would simply click the 3-dot menu next to the comment we want to reply. And if you're the original poster, you can edit and delete your comment here as well. So we'll go ahead and we'll add a little reply. Here's my reply. And we'll add the reply. Simple as that. Easy as that. So we'll exit there. And down here we have this My Posts tab. And clicking here is going to filter the news feed with the posts that you have created. We see our poll post here with the number of votes. We see our text-based post here with the number of comments. We see that we are following our own posts. Some people do that. And we see how many kudos we have on our posts. Now, mentions here are currently in development. And once they become active, you will be able to @ the handle of the user that you want to have a conversation with, say, in replies, or mention in the replies. For example, my handle in my SuiteDash installation is my full name with no spaces. Now, another cool feature of communities is, let's say you are searching for something specific across all of the communities that you are assigned to. Going back to home really quick, if you wanted to search for anything within, say, this home tab by a phrase or a word, just generally, instead of going through post by post and searching for a specific comment, whatever the case, you can go right up here to this magnifying glass icon, click on it, and say 1 as an example. And you will see all of the different posts within that community and within the communities as a whole that you have access to right here in front of you. That about wraps it up for our SuiteDash feature showcase of the Community Power-up. If you don't already have the Community Power-up, the early bird pricing of $15 a month is still active. I strongly recommend that you get that, because not only will you be able to exponentially grow your business and turn your clients into raving fans, but you will also have access to new features that are coming out in the very near future with respect to the Community Power-up. Be sure to thumbs up this video if you like it, share it with a colleague if you found it helpful, and leave a comment down below about what you liked for the video and where this video fell short, because ultimately I am here to serve and support you and continue growing alongside you.